Check. Good. Everyone sorted? Okay, guys, we'll start off with the SX1, and of course, what an amazing ride, Justin Brayton with the win. Let's give him a little round of applause, guys. Justin, must say, you almost must feel like an Aussie. Of course you're not, but you've won that many back-to-back titles here, 4 in a row, going for 5, and started in the most amazing way tonight.
Yeah, I love it here. I call it my second home, and to be honest, at one point, I think pre-COVID, my wife and I were looking at property, so that's how much I like Australia. But yeah, tonight's race was crazy. Even from the heat race, me and Aaron had a great ride, a great battle. And then main event, I kind of had to be patient behind a few guys there. I think I was 4th or 5th, and just biding my time because the track was really, really difficult. It was very difficult, and you kind of had to pick your spots, And I knew the first 10 laps, everybody's, especially first round, everyone's raring to go, and everyone can do 10 laps. 20 was tough, so I knew once we got closer to the 20 lap mark, it would kind of weed out a little bit, and so it really just took my time, and was happy to get up there and battle with Aaron a little bit and come home with the win. It's always good to start off that way, that's for sure.
Now let's quickly talk about the qualifying heat. Yourself, Aaron Tanti, 2 of the nicest guys in the pits. Couple of little words after the qualifying heat. Take us through those words a little bit.
Yeah, I just said, good job. I said, look, I'm totally fine with racing hard, but let's just be safe. There was when we're almost touching the air, that's when I'm like, all right, come on. And I really like Aaron. I said that. I'm like, I'm a big fan of his. After he won the motocross title, I messaged them on Instagram and been watching him a long time, and I think he's a really good kid with a bright future. And I think that's, it's funny, the older I get, the more, like I almost said to him on the podium, I'm like, hey man, I know a couple things that you could do better. Like I'd like to help you, but I'm like, let's wait a few weeks. But that's just my spirit now. Like I'm getting older, right? I'm 38, and I like to help. I'm like, all right, he's got a bright future. I don't have, the rear view mirror is what I got, right? So I love helping, and he's got such a bright future. Just a few tweaks on the bike. Call me in a couple months. I'll help you out. But yeah, so that was it. Just show a little more maturity and race. Let's just not collide in the air, because look, if we do that in the heat race, we're not 1-2 tonight, and he's in a great spot in the championship, and I think he's could have a breakout year.
Now, Jeff and also Ralph were mentioning you're doing a little bit of coaching now as well back home.
Not officially, but for the past 5 or so years, I've helped a lot of guys out. I mean, literally guys that I'm lining up next to for the past 5, 6, 7 years, I've helped out. Obviously, Kenny and I became really close. I just love to help, honestly, because I had so many people along the way that would help me and not ask for anything for it. It's just, it feels good, and I'd honestly rather see my friends and the guys I help succeed almost more than me. It gives me more joy nowadays. So, I enjoy the coaching. I enjoy even the management side, like working deals for guys. I've put together a few factory deals that no one would ever know about, but I love that side of it. I just love the sport, and from riding to management to coaching to helping others, and I love it.
All right, congratulations. Let's put your hands together one more time
Thank
for
you.
Justin Brayton, a sensational SX1 win. Aaron Tanti, wow, you have come to play not only for outdoors, you have shown Supercross just as good. Please put your hands together for Aaron Tanti. Now talk to us. How do you feel Supercross compared to motocross? We didn't really expect this from you, but right from the get-go, super comfortable. You feeling good out there?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm on a good team this year. I've had a really good year leading in. No injuries and all that sort of stuff. So that definitely helps. But yeah, I've just been sort of growing as a rider over the last few years, getting better and better at Supercross. So coming into this year, I was super confident. I have good equipment under me, and I put in a really good preseason and stuff like that. So coming into here, I definitely was aiming with my sights high. Some people might not have seen me. It's sort of my first season on the 450 in Supercross, and I'm versing some pretty bad dudes. So I'm super happy with the outcome tonight.
So you think riding the 250 in World Supercross over at Cardiff, how do you think that helped you prepare for tonight?
Yeah, look, I wouldn't say training on the 250 the last 4 weeks would have majorly helped. It was super fun for me. It was exciting. It was a little bit of, free breath after the motocross season. I jumped on the 450 first just to get the hang of Supercross straight away. But then, 4 weeks leading into Cardiff, I was just riding the 250. So I actually only jumped back on the 450 last Friday after I got home. Looking forward after this weekend to put all of my focus straight onto the 450. We got round 2 next weekend and then we have a month off. So I'd like to have another good round next weekend and then come into the last 2 super strong.
Well, what a breakout season it's been for you, outdoor champion, and now showing super form in Supercross. Do you think Craig Dack and the team's played a big role in that?
Yeah, 100%. They give me everything I need to, give it my all. The suspension, the bike, they've won many championships in the past, and with all that knowledge and stuff like that, it just makes my job, a little bit easier to push forward. I don't have to worry about some little things like that. So that definitely plays a factor, and so as many other things in all my program and stuff. I finally got sort of things sorted out, and I'm moving up, and it's good. I'm super happy to see that.
Congratulations on an awesome evening of racing. Please put your hands together for Aaron Tanti.
Thank you.
Now, I believe we're missing the Scotsman, Dean Wilson. He's not here. So on that note, I'm going to hand it across to Danny Ham to do the SX2 class. Congratulations, boys.
Thank you, Lee. Both classes definitely producing some great racing tonight. Of course, the SX2, our winner tonight. Let's give it up for Max Anstey. Congratulations, Max. You had to work for it tonight. It wasn't just given to you. How did the night go for you, in your opinion?
It was good. It was my first time here in Melbourne, first time here in this stadium, and it was different from what I expected. I watched Oz Open in 2019 and did my research on YouTube before coming here, and I was very surprised at how good the track was and tacky, and okay, it was getting harder and slicker, but it wasn't as dry and hard as what it was then. So searching a little bit with the bike setup, my last couple of weeks, I really emphasised on the hard pack riding, because we spent so much time in Florida, MTF, on the softer kind of US style East Coast tracks. But in the end, it was good. It was really nice to get some laps in today. Feel a little bit jet lagged. I was definitely a little. I wanted to have a nap right before the main event. I looked at my watch and I was like, oh man, it's 3:30 in the morning at home. So definitely weird with all the traveling and the time change. But I think today was really good and nice to blow the cobwebs out for tomorrow and see what that brings.
So that was my next question also. Do you feel, there's a couple of you that are doing the double duties, do you feel that tonight was a big benefit for you to be out there before you get into tomorrow night's event?
Yeah, 100%. It's one of those where I've done a lot of traveling, obviously, with GPs, and I've been pretty much everywhere, but not Australia. And to get the arms feeling a bit better and the breathing, and also just work on stuff with the bike. I changed quite a lot today. I started off with my Cardiff setup, and then I went more towards my US style track setup. So it was good to do that, because obviously that's going to help for tomorrow. A few little things are different, like even the gas that we run, the fuel that we run today was different to the World Supercross, so they're switching that for tomorrow. So there was a few little teething issues with that, but overall it was solid and nice to be here, nice to be in this stadium. I'm excited for tomorrow to see a packed house here in the Marvel Stadium.
Well, congratulations, mate. We look forward to it again. First place, Max Anstey.
Thank you.
Second tonight, Cole Thompson on the Yamaha. Welcome to Australia, of course. Just talk us a little bit about how your night went. Again, something that you had to work towards. It was you didn't get the start straight away, but you certainly had to work your way through.
Yeah, I think it speaks volumes just to the team that I'm on. Coming over here last minute and being a fill-in for their injured rider. I really didn't have too much expectation on myself. I just wanted to do the best I could. I got about a 6th place start and made quick passes early on. Ended up getting into second around the halfway point and just try to stick to Max as close as I could.
The track seemed like it broke down quite a lot tonight. How did you find that? And do you think that's going to play an issue when the guys get out there for WSX tomorrow? It looked like it got pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I'm glad we had the track first. I'll say that. I can tell with these types of tracks, even if you fix it up, the underneath is pretty hard. So I'm sure tomorrow will be even a little bit trickier for the guys. But no, overall, the track was wicked. I think first practice, we had the fresh track, and I was blown away with, kind of like Max was saying here, with the traction. I was like, this is sick. Like it felt like Velcro out there. So obviously as the night went on, it got slicker, and I think that's where my steady consistency speed was good enough to get me on the podium.
Now, you didn't have a lot of time on the bike leading into this one.
No.
Did you find that difficult?
Yeah, like back home, the past year I just rode bikes for fun. Ended up doing a few AMA rounds with me and my wife. So like I say, no expectation. I came over, Gavin gave me a chance, and I just told him on the phone, I said, give me a bike, and I'll put my head down and give you 100%. So over the next few weeks, I think that's what you'll see out of me, is just consistency and continue to build. Right now, Max is the guy. You got this guy next to me that's fast too. So, I mean, I'm not settling, but neither of these guys either. So continue to work, continue to build. Got a great mechanic, great team behind me, and just excited. Australia's wicked. I never thought I'd be here, and just being around everybody. Everyone's so friendly. So it's like a second Canadian home to me.
Well, congratulations, mate. We do
Thank
look forward
you.
to the next rounds. Second place. And third tonight, Nathan Crawford. Another one that had to definitely work for it. It didn't look so pretty at the start of the day on that triple, mate. Did that hurt the wrist at all?
Oh yeah, I had a bit of a banged up wrist after that one. Just got a bit excited. I told myself I was going to hit the triple on the second lap, and I did. I just went a bit long, but anyway, we pulled it together.
Now, obviously, we all know that you come back from an injury, leading into motocross. You got some great results. Has that hampered your Supercross preparation? You haven't had a lot of time on the bike. Do you think that that's held you back a little bit?
No, honestly, like you said, with the good results there in motocross, we then switched to the new bike, and we basically did that straight away. So, however long we had, 6 or 7 weeks, I just spent on the new bike. I honestly got pretty comfortable on it straight away, and then we all got into developing the new bike pretty quickly, and it really didn't take long. Honestly, like there's some new things on this new style bike that I really enjoyed, and that just made developing the bike a lot easier.
Now, you said this is your first podium, Supercross. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Moving forward, do you feel that there's some improvement you need, or you're happy with how you were and it's just going to naturally come over the next couple of rounds?
I'm happy with the end result. I was not super satisfied with my riding. Always can be better. There's plenty of things to work on, and we'll definitely put our head down on that one. But it was just good to honestly get through the first Australian Supercross round with good points, because I feel like sometimes the first round's the hardest. Everyone comes out guns blazing, and there's a lot of carnage sometimes. So it was just good to get through it and get some good points on the board.
Cool. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations to all of you. That was a fantastic race. And from our point of view, up in the booth, we caught everything on TV. It was great to watch. So congratulations to you all. Yep. Quickly. Oh, down the end. Hi, Dean. Yeah, you snuck in. Third place, 450s tonight. Dean Wilson, congratulations, mate. It was looked like a bit of a tough one for you.
Yeah, no, it was a real tough main event. Track was really broken down. So yeah, it was tough. I had really bad arm pump like lap 8, and that was obviously a 20 lap main event. So I was kind of sitting behind them for a while with Justin, and then it was a little bit chaotic. Battled with Mossy for a minute. Got into third, and then got behind Aaron, and then just ran out of time. But not real great riding for myself. Had super bad arm pump, and that was it. It was a struggle, but it was good for me. It was good to be out there. I think this will help me a lot for tomorrow. Kind of flush myself out. I had a really big accident on Monday, and didn't know if I was gonna come here actually. And then I did some therapy, and gave it a go, and we're all right. So. Not a terrible day.
Okay, the accident they had, that didn't play into tonight at all? You didn't feel
No,
that?
I felt I didn't really get to ride too much. I just had to do a bunch of therapy, but I'm just very lucky to be here. It was a really bad one, and I haven't had a wipeout like that in a minute. So, I'm definitely lucky.
Well, congratulations, mate. Third place. Of
Thank
course.
you.
Great night. We'll ask a couple of questions. These guys obviously are all very, very tired after there. If anyone wants to ask a question, now's the time.
JB, this one I guess first for you. It seemed like tonight was kind of the culmination of you being here for a few years. I think if you look at Aaron, I mean, what team would you have been riding for when JB was first here? Were you even on a team?
Man, I'm probably not.
Yeah, I think and I think that's a testament to the level that you've brought to Australia, and to have you consistently here for the years that you've been here. I think that's kind of what it takes in a domestic series like Australia, a smaller series. Are you feeling that? Like you're feeling, last year it was cloudy, this year it was AT, so it's like these guys are slowly kind of creeping up. It's like you're almost like a victim of your own success here in a way.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. One thing that I really have a lot of respect for all the riders and teams is most of the time a guy from another country and comes and wins, and they're like, get out of here. Why are you here? You coming to take our money and number one plates and all that. But everyone's actually embraced it, and I feel like that's the right thing, especially for like Cloudy a few years ago. I mean, he's on the rise, right? He should be thankful that I'm here, because I was getting podiums at the time in America, and I mean, I won Daytona while I'm coming over here, and top 5 in AMA Supercross points and all that. So I feel like, and a lot of people have been really respectful in that way of like, hey, kind of thank you for coming over here, and you've brought us all to somewhat of a new level, and I don't take any of these guys for granted. I was talking with Kenny about that after the race. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's not easy over here. There's a lot of good riders, and I'm sure Luke will be good next weekend, and obviously Aaron's a whole new level. Dino's a world-class rider and motocross champ. Brett Metcalf, same thing, and so I don't take any of these guys for granted, and I'm really thankful that they've welcomed me and continued to welcome me and not give me frowns walking through the pits.
And Aaron, I guess off the backside of that question, have you kind of felt that effect, like you've really had somebody to chase? Like, JB was winning one Daytona, a podium guy, so it kind of gives you like a really legitimate carrot to kind of chase and to build over the years?
Yeah, 100%. Even when I was back on the 250 back in 2019 and 2018 and stuff, there was always the top US guys, like a handful that would come over and race then. We always, like you said, we're always welcome in, because it gives us that little bit of, the carrot dangle. Like we can sort of see that we're on their guys' level or just behind or whatever. So, I love it, especially racing now on the 450 with Justin and Dina. They're top guys, and they go well over in the US still. So yeah, I definitely appreciate it. You don't want it easy, so it's always better when you win against some pretty bad dudes.
And Dino, for you, that last lap, you bust out the quad before the triple. I think that was maybe the first time you did that for the night. And I mean, you said you had arm pump, and it was maybe an untidy ride. But I think for me personally, seeing the races that you've had this year, that was maybe one of the best laps you've had all year. So I think there's probably some real legitimate positive takeaways out of tonight.
There's some positives for sure. P1 in qualifying was good. And then it's just racecraft. It's like being in the mix and racing, and like there was 5 of us or whatever in the pack for a minute, and like all I heard was revs and just like I was hitting the freestyle ramp, and we're like really close, and it's kind of chaotic. But I hate to burst your bubble, but I did the quad almost every lap. But I didn't want to jump on top of that tabletop because it was all kickered out and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'd rather just do the quad. But it was good for me tonight. It's good racing, and arm pump just killed me tonight. But Aaron and Justin rode awesome, and so did the other boys, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, and looking forward to doing more races. And I love racing here. It's a good time, and something new for me.
Yeah, I'll go to Max on this one. Max, for you, in practice and qualifying, you're trying to uncork the quad on the 250 and the triple out after the finish line there. Were there things where you're like, I need to find a separator here to kind of break away from these guys, or were you just kind of playing with the track and trying to get your bearings about you?
A little bit of both. There was a similar kind of quad at Cardiff, and I managed to do that. And then I tried it today. And I was short, like really short. And I came in and the team go, you do know this gas makes the bike 2 horsepower less than the World Supercross gas. And I was like, great, it'd have been nice to know that before I went for it. Because I watched Justin actually do it before me in his practice. And he kind of overjumped it. And I was like, right, I got that. That'd be fine. And as I was going up the face, I was like, oh, she feels a little slow. And landed a little short. But no, it's one of those where we only had 8 minutes to get the track dialed in. It was more of a like US style schedule for us, so it was quick to get the track down and all that stuff. So I was playing around and seeing what works and what didn't. So yeah.
Awesome job. And for you, Nathan Crawford, you've got the wildcard spot tomorrow night for World Supercross. Like, are you taking a bit of confidence out of your third place ride tonight? I mean, you've got shorter finals tomorrow. You don't have a 15 lap. So you kind of like, I know I've got that early on sprint speed and you sort of run with Max a little bit. You go, I can go with that and see if I can get myself in that World Supercross ranking. Yeah,
for sure. It'd be sick to get a good result tomorrow night. But also the focus is, Australian Supercross. But, at the same time, 100% we're going to put our best foot forward tomorrow. I feel like I'm somewhat there. If I can clean up a couple of things, maybe make a few bike changes, I think, if I get some good starts tomorrow, we'll be in the mix.
Yeah, this will be for Cole. Cole, obviously first race here in Australia. It's hard to sort of position yourself where you're going to be in the pack. Is this expectation where you put yourself? Is it success for you? Is it stuff to work on? What's the overall thought?
I honestly had no expectation. Like, when I say no expectation, I didn't expect to be here. Like, when I got the call, it was randomly one night, and it was just an opportunity that I said, yeah, absolutely. I embraced the challenge. I embraced the struggle of, trying to compete with guys much better than me. And obviously Australian Supercross has elevated quite a bit over the years. And you've seen a lot of good riders come from Australia and go back to the U.S. and do good. Brayton's, obviously said it in best. It's you got to embrace what's around you. And, there's a lot of good riders here in Australia. So I honestly had no expectation. I was pumped to get the heat win, and I was pumped to get second.
And for Max, I understand you've got a suspension mechanic that you didn't have at Cardiff at this round. Is that right?
Just the factory connection main man has come out this weekend. At the end of the day, we're developing as much as we can. I'm new to the 250. I've been on a 450 for many years, obviously over in Europe and a little bit in the States. So I think he's come out to obviously help all of us. But also, another part of it, and something that I've obviously followed Justin's career and known that these races prep coming into A1, coming into the West Coast Supercross, which is what I'm going to do in 23. The more bike time I can get, the more data I can get, the more laps I can do in a race situation on the bike, the better for me. And the better for the team. So the team have pulled everyone in and together, and tomorrow's a big night. If we go 1-1-1, we do all right.
Do you get to see this as a benefit, setting the motorcycle up for tomorrow night? Obviously, you've had it on a racetrack. It's got rough. You've changed suspension throughout the day. Is this the setting you're going to start on tomorrow?
No, actually, the suspension guy said he didn't like my bike, so he wants to change it. Worst case scenario, I can go back to this, but they're making some changes tomorrow. But I'll let the professionals do what they do, and I'll focus on my lines on the track and do what I can do.
All right, this will be the last one.
All right, Ern, for you. After tonight, you ride the 450. You see how the track is. You see it shoot up. It's going to stay 60, 80 degrees, whatever it is in there. So it'll dry out. Tomorrow you'll be on the 250, so you won't be as manhandling a bike. You'll have to push it a little bit more. How exciting is it to drop back down to that bike and know you can push it that way tomorrow?
Yeah, it's super exciting. Obviously, I ride a 450 all year, so to jump back onto the 250, some things are a little bit easier. You don't come out of a corner and rip your arms off if you dump the clutch or something like that. But then it also comes with other things that are a little bit harder. You have to nail, like if there's a double, triple or something, usually on the 250 you have to nail it and not make a mistake, where the 450, if you make a little bit of mistake, you got the power behind you to jump the things. But definitely looking forward to it. I really gelled with the 250. The team built a really good bike. Looking forward to it, because I'm a bit of a little bit of a heavier rider, so I do get around it and I can manhandle the 250 quite easily.
All right, guys, thank you very much. These guys are all going to want to get back to bed. Thank you for being here, guys. Good luck tomorrow for those that are riding, and we'll see everyone tomorrow.